Hope you're all enjoying the Denim virtual reunion at our virtual show. In the last few years, there has been a lot of thinking and introspection on how we need to improve our industry. We have asked different questions from ourselves. How can the denim industry design products for a better world? How can we create lasting impact socially and environmentally? How can fashion and environment move together? With COVID-19 pandemic, it is time to revisit these questions as we all need to understand the real value we may create designing for good. For years, design approaches and hence the products in the market were either function oriented or form oriented or both. Then we started to talk about human centered designs as a more novel approach. But maybe it is time now to move on with a new paradigm. Today, I shall be having a talk around these points with the Naveena Denim Mills Karachi team, centered on their two new concepts, holistic denim and Wraptech 2.0. While I was preparing the talk, I saw something interesting on the Instagram account. I saw a question: how do we move from human centered design to humanity centered design? Where they explained their holistic approach to the new product line. Today, we will discuss what holistic denim represents, but also the latest product developments of Naveena, reflecting new consumer expectations after the onset of COVID-19 pandemic. May I now invite Berke Aydemir, Head of R&D and Technical Sales at Naveena, and Gulsun, Ocak, Head of UK Sales of Naveena, to the discussion. Hi Berke, hi Gulsun.
Hi Sandeep.
Hello. Hi Sandeep.
How are you?
Good as we can be in the current circumstances. But yeah, all good.
Absolutely, and looking for things to improve very quickly, so that we can all be back in action, 100% action.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I was curious about this holistic concept. What you have created, it's very interesting, and I would like to first see the video what you have created on this, which I saw before, but I want to really, it's very interesting, and I want to our readers, our viewers also to see that. So can you play that video?
We may not know what awaits us. What if we seize this moment to imagine an adventure of great opportunity? The perfect moment to design a better future is before us. What if reimagining ourselves as a part of the whole is the way to achieve perfect harmony? Motivations, expectations, perceived limitations, talent, logic, emotions, needs, desires. The human experience. What if the real secret was in plain sight? What if the whole is really greater than the sum of its parts? Holistic Denim by Naveena.
So Gulsun, can you tell me more about the holistic approach and holistic denim collection? What was the starting point of this collection?
Of course, thank you, Sandeep. We are very excited about telling about Holistic Denim collection, which has been built around holistic thinking and holistic design. So what's holistic thinking? Holistic thinking is the ability to see things as a whole, understand the dynamics between the different parts of this whole and the dynamics between many different elements. So basically seeing the whole thing rather than just parts. Holistic design, on the other hand, aims to solve different problems, all different problems at all different levels that the design operates, considering many different aspects from the person, the physical space, the environment, the psychology. So it aims to take these all different things into account and deliver the most optimal experience. That's what holistic denim is about. It's about amplifying our positive impact with products that are relevant to here and now. And relevance does require holistic thinking because it needs to take into account current market demands, current abilities, and consumer trends, etc., etc. We sometimes find some sustainable products miss the mark on consumer wants and needs, and sometimes they seem to be conceived just for the sake of having a sustainable product in the mix, but not practical enough to meet the consumer, and therefore may be bound to stay in the corner of a collection catalog or a website.
And there's a lot of greenwashing going on, so
yes, unfortunately,
so
that's a whole another issue also. But I'm talking about the unintentional unpracticalities of sustainability, not meaning bad, but just for the sake of created for the sake of ticking sustainability boxes and just not meeting the real customer at the end of the day. So that's what we wanted to avoid with holistic denim, considering all the different aspects that we talked about and bridge the gap between the design and experience. We wanted it to say sustainability meets here and now, the real world, with products that are going to be loved and used and therefore have the most optimal impact at the end of the day. So this was the why behind the collection, the philosophy behind it. If we talk about the what of the collection, holistic denim is a combination of sustainable materials, fibers, and sustainable processes. So it's not about just adding sustainability bits here and there, but taking sustainability as the core and build, more importantly, a beautiful product around it. So if we start with the materials and fibers, holistic collection uses, let's say, the top end of the sustainability spectrum, so to speak, starting with cotton. It only uses a combination of organic cotton and PCW cotton. Of course, with PCW, Naveena's in-house recycling and shredding and recycling facility is a huge help because it helps with efficiency and traceability. So we can easily incorporate PCW or PIW into the products.
So you have a good capacity of PCW, like PIW creation within your own facilities?
Yes, it's fully in-house and with good capacity to answer to current demands, definitely.
Okay.
So in addition to cotton and cotton alternatives, there's of course tencel, which we know that is one of the most sustainable fibers out there, with, of course, that, which also comes with that beautiful hand feel and that luxurious touch to the product, which is, of course, a great extra.
Of course.
And then there is hemp, of course, which is also a super important sustainable fiber that we know is a great alternative that uses a lot less water than cotton and grows much quicker with no need for pesticides and with naturally occurring antibacterial properties, which is a win-win. And then,
hemp, I just wanted to ask one thing, Gulsun. I mean, hemp, blending with the cotton and all sometimes is a little tough. So, I mean, probably you have overcome those, challenges.
yes,
And
definitely, it uses cottonized hemp, and therefore it acts very similar to what cotton fibers would, and therefore not affect the hand feel and look and authenticity of the fabric at all.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely. And what else? Yes, the holistic denim collection also replaces polyester with cyclo as an alternative. Cyclo is a fiber that, in terms of breaking down at the end of its life, it acts very similar to how natural fibers would. So that's great. Therefore, it tremendously reduces the pollution at the end of the product life when it comes to it.
Absolutely.
Also, on top of this, also very importantly, for stretch fabrics, which is also very important in terms of what we discussed about the product meeting the needs of here and now, holistic denim replaces elastane with a specific type of roica, which is CTC Gold certified and all that. But more importantly, again, at the end of the product's life, it breaks down, degrades without releasing any harmful substances. So that's also a very, very big plus.
Okay, sorry, Gulsun, I just wanted to stop one moment. Berke, are you able to, because when Gulsun is speaking, I'm somehow finding some, are you finding any break in the voice, or only I'm finding it?
No, there is no break in my connection. I think it's only yours. Yeah.
It's okay, maybe on one side. Okay. Sorry, Gulsun, I'm sorry, I'm breaking your...
Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. It gave me a chance to have a breather. So yeah, going on with, so we talked about fibers, coming on to the processes that holistic denim use. It uses a combination of sustainable dyeing and finishing processes. The dyeing process consists of Naveena's Ecoline and Aqualter dyeing processes, topped off with H2NO ozone finish for finishing, which as a combination we call Horizon. And this combination provides tremendous savings across the board, like using around 80% less water, slashes the use of steam by half, uses about 40% less energy, with no salt formation in dyeing, and it improves the EIM scores by about 40% compared to conventional processes. Another advantage that comes with a positive side effect, as we call it, comes with horizon process combination, is that it improves crocking and eliminates back staining. So yeah, that's also an extra. So this is the process part of it on top of the sustainable fibers. All in all, in essence, holistic denim is about embedding sustainability to the whole of the product from start to finish, and consider how the product will fit into the wider consumer world, and designed accordingly to have the most optimal impact, being the practical and beautifully performing fabrics that they are. So that's what it's all about.
So that's wonderful, because you have taken into consideration the material inputs, you've taken into consideration the processes, the dyeing, the chemicals, the energy used, water used. So I think that's probably a very holistic approach. Just I wanted to ask, regarding the ecoline and equaliter process. You do this on your existing machines, or it's addition of some processes or additional machineries or whatever? I mean, or if you want to share, I mean, this should be up to you.
Yeah, I think Berke, would you like to explain about ecoline and equaliter in more detail?
Of course, definitely. We are just using these chemicals which we are using in dyeing stages in the conventional dyeing. So in the same bath, we are just using these chemicals to be able to just reduce the usage of the water and to be able to get clean water after these processes, so that the water can be usable in other processes or just easily be treated and just can be given to the city waters without just having any difficulties. So these processes just helping us to get better results and savings in normal, regular indigo machine.
And I understand that you've been working in close collaboration with a lot of different partners for this collection. And so it's which brings out a holistic effort. So now let's talk a bit about the new product developments after COVID-19. And as we're all spending more and more time home amid the COVID-19 pandemic, loungewear has become the new normal. Everybody's noticed that the pandemic shed light on an already existing trend towards more functional athleisure stretch wear. The retail market and the intelligence company Edited, I believe, noted that there has been a 50% increase year on year in use of stretch jeans selling online since March last year in both the categories of men and women. Comfort denim becomes really important, new hot ticket of the industry. And I believe that Naveena has recently launched the Wraptech 2.0 technology with Lycra company, and which perfectly fits into this category. I would like to ask Berke to explain, more about this technology. But after you share the video also, which is a very interesting video, I believe. So once we have a look at that video, let's talk about the Wraptech 2.0.
So thank you very
Yeah,
much,
but
Sandeep.
yeah.
Of course, I would like to explain what we just think about the Wraptech 2.0 before creating, and also at Naveena, we always just endeavor the meeting the future needs and expectation of the consumers. We always look to market trends, all the innovations, and actually we are very proud of the present of the Wraptech 2.0 line, and it is basically like a fruit of many years of research and the yarn engineering. So there is a lot of things going behind before we just created this line. So we are very proud at the moment to be able to just launch this collection with a lot of benefits actually. And it is kind of a Naveena's signature technology, actually with more than one component inside the core, such as like Lycra elastane and Lycra T400. So, and with the help of these fibers, the technology meets expectation of like both consumers, garment producers, as well as brands, as they cannot get only like the super stretch jeans. It's also like extremely comfortable jeans to wear and also retain their shape and fit over time. This is a really great advantage and achievement in the Wraptech 2.0 line. And thanks to actually the stretch of high stretch capability of the Lycra fibers and excellent recovery of T400 especially. And these are the jeans that you can even wear as a PJs at home, or even you would like to go and get a cocktail and a party with it. So this is like more versatility is there, and the look, the luxury look, authentic look is there. And especially like today's and tomorrow's world. So we all want to feel comfortable, but also in a kind of like everyday luxury way. So we want to have like some specific needs such as like agility, adaptation, versatility, and of course sustainability in what we wear. Actually, the Wraptech 2.0 just checks all these boxes with all the properties.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, thank you. It also minimizes the constraint against the body. The fabrics just has a great restraint force. It's not squeeze your body. It just reduces the constraints and provides like amazing flexibility, comfort, and freedom to move. So this is also another wear comfort advantage of the Wraptech 2.0 lines. And we have also been tested these fabrics through Lycra company laboratories, see the specific properties, what is the different than the other technologies actually. And also it shows, the results shows that this technology reduces the puckering, especially on the seam areas, so which is like a major problem, especially high stretch the garments which are made by high stretch fabrics, especially where the strong stitches are needed, for example, in the side seams, crotch areas, or back pockets. So the elastane tends to go inside and just create some puckering and unwanted problems on the garments. So, and like thanks to Wraptech 2.0 technology, we just overcome this one and minimize this kind of problems. So it is a huge achievement in the garment producer side as well. And in addition to that, it also gives you freedom in garment washing, especially in rip and repair areas when you would like to make a distortion, because the yarns looking like a rigid fabrics and it looks like very smooth and parallel even after damaging or distortion. So it is also giving like a more versatility in garment washing. And when we look at the consumer side, in a sustainable way, one of the main reasons that consumers wash their jeans at home when their jeans are just getting out of its shape. So unfortunately, this is not a great thing, but we all know that this is the truth. And almost like 40–50% of the total water consumption in the life of the jean and the cotton is in home laundry side. So this is a little bit scary. So that's why we also would like to get an attention in here, because Wraptech 2.0 fabrics retain their shape of the garments and the fit. And that's why they require more laundries and lasting longer. So it is also minimizing the impact of these fabrics to the environment. And like dressed up or down, smart, casual, at home or outdoors. So these Wraptech 2.0 fabrics just the answer for super versatile jeans that fit like all day, every day, and every season.
That's wonderful. So, I mean, you've incorporated a lot of new features and, technology specifically, let's say, when you're talking about the comfort, I mean, apart from the stretch part, you're also adding the high comfort in the jeans, so as you're saying, it can also be used as a PJ wear. And on the puckering side, the puckering, it avoids the puckering because so I mean, also, I believe it also avoids a lot of yarn breakages, the lycra breakages when washing is taking place. So that probably is also, so this is a combination of construction, fibers, the technology, everything all put together.
Definitely, you just summarized very well. So all these additional properties just give more interest in the fabrics, and the elasticity levels are high to be able to use even like a one size jean or can be like a PJs. So and also it's like a second skin, just moves with you. It don't constricts you. It also looks like a real jean and provides a lot of benefits even with the sustainable attitudes as well.
And whether it's only for the ladies or also for the men.
Of course, we always think about the men's because we also deserve to just have like more comfortable jean wear and luxury as well. So this line actually consists of like the both genders, even the genderless jeans and the fabrics. So we are trying to just give as much as fabrics to cover all the regions and the consumers' request. So we are consistently developing more and more. So if there is any demand, we are very open to just develop more things for the requests.
That's wonderful. I really congratulate you and the entire Naveena team for coming out with some great concepts in both the holistic and the Wraptech 2.0, for sharing your insights in the technology. And I believe that these are very relevant for our industry in the way it is trying to chart new paths. And, you know, this is what we are all looking for to, because the industry has to change in the next few years and undo the damage, a lot of damage what we have done to the environment, and also not only that, but also to give the consumers a wonderful product which is sustainable also and is fashionable also.
Definitely.
Thank you,
Definitely.
Gulsun, and thank you, Berke, for joining me for this talk. It was really wonderful to have you together with me.
Thank you very much, Sandeep. It was
Thank you
lovely
very
speaking
much.
to you as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I hope you will enjoy the show. You're in the virtual show, enjoying the show also.
Yes, thanks for that.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.